I'm really bad with it. I always make the joke that gambling is the one addiction you can make money from, but randomly, like when I go gamble, I always lose. I always lose or I always come out even. So I've learned to not gamble. Instead, I gamble on these bad boys right here. These are the real fucking gambles that I'm down for. But ever since, the big hit of COVID 2020, I've had to calm down. And I know it's been 4 years, but I'm getting back into it, and god damn it. But the point is, the new PS5 Pro, as expensive as it is, and this and that, I might buy it, and it's something that's not worth the money. It's so not worth the money because the improvements are just so fucking minimal, and they're minimal to the point where like even the videos being shown are they're improvements. They are. I can tell they are improvements, but they're just not really fucking worth it. So when the PS4 came out, it came out with a rough price of around 399, which is around 533 USD. That's fine, like a console's a console, and it was as expensive as you would expect, the price of a console. But when the PS4 Pro came out, it came out to roughly the same. No, the same price. It was literally the same price, and it's like, okay, if it came out the same price, why did it come out the same price? Maybe the features weren't just as good. But here's the thing about that: the features seem so much better, like so much better compared to the from the PS4 to PS4 Pro and the PS5 to the PS5 Pro. Because for the PS4, basically it went from running 1080p to 4K, and that's literally a world of a difference. That's such a big ass world. Like coming from someone who wears glasses all the time, that's like taking off your glasses and then putting them back on. That's how much of a difference that is. And that's like for literally free, I guess you could say, in terms of like price difference. That's really what it is. And then I was like, okay, well, what about the PS5 and the PS5 Pro? There's just no way the price difference is that high. There's just no fucking way. And again, I'm such a fucking moron for thinking that, what, maybe they kept what they learned, and they kept not even what they learned, what they did, what they already knew. Hey, because the improvements aren't massive, okay, let's not keep it the same price. That's fair. I understand. But let's increase it a little bit, maybe what it's worth or this and that. No, it went from a $450 console all the way up to a $700 console. And I was like, how big of a difference that really is? That's $250. $250. And this plastic piece, this is not even included. Like, it's like, why? And it gets so much worse because I love discs. Like, I love discs. Excuse my English. Like, I also think having discs is fucking stupid, but I also love having them. Like, and these aren't even all of them. Those are just the ones that I have right here on hand that I play kind of like sometimes, I guess you could say. But I just love having the discs. And the PS5 Pro isn't even gonna have a disc drive. It's literally not. You're gonna have to buy the add-on, which is another $80 on top of that. So you're not only paying $700 for the PS5 Pro, you're paying $780 for that and the additional disc drive. So you're literally paying around $800, give or take, just for the upgrade of like such a minimal upgrade. Because something I hate is like the example of this example given. So in the parade scene from Ratchet and Clank, instead of seeing, like blobs, you see actual leaves. And it's like, wow, what a fucking difference. I love that. And in The Last of Us 2, instead of seeing just nothing through the windows, you can see almost nothing, but still nothing. Because that's a fence, and that's just how it works. And like whenever it comes to the ray tracing, as cool as that is, like it's just a matter of like, hey, this feature that was always in like most of the games, ray tracing and all this and that, now they work properly as it should have from the very beginning because it's been a feature for the last literally 4 years. So it's like, okay, so then like, what the fuck am I? Like, in all fairness, it is an upgrade. It really is an upgrade. It's an upgrade that you can like get behind and say, wow, this really is an upgrade. Like, it feels different, it looks different, but all that is completely based behind a 4K television and like 4K gameplay and this and that and blah blah blah. And like for someone like me, like I don't like have a lot of stuff to spend my money on. Technically, save for a house, save for a car, blah blah blah. This is why I'm bad with money. But I just want it. I really just want it, and I think it'd be good for all my friends because the PS5 I have now is gonna go to my roommate, and then we can all play PS5 together, and it'll be so much fun. Call of Duty, blah blah blah, all that bullshit. And so like it'd be like a really big help for me and my friends. So for me, it's convenient to buy the PS5 Pro, but in that same case, it's just so unnecessary. Like literally, if you have a PS5, then do not buy the PS5 Pro because you don't need it. Like the difference is very minimal and it's way too high of a price range. Not even just that. If you want to buy a PS5, then just buy a PS5 normal, like a regular, whether it's disc or slim. Like they're both much cheaper and they both will get the job done that you need to get done, which is have fun and game. At the end of the day, that's the biggest thing that matter. If you want really big graphics and this and that, and blah blah blah, then like make sure your TV is 4K and this and that. And if you got the money for that, you got the money for the console. So that's up to you at the end of the day. And so yeah, no, like, do I really think it's worth it? I very much don't think so. I'm really disappointed with PlayStation and the fact that they did this the way they did because I love PlayStation. I fucking love that shit. Like, this is my PC gaming controller. Like, it's so worn down for how much I use it, and this is what I use for my fucking PS5. Like, I love PlayStation so much. It's like my favorite fucking console of all time. But I just wish that they had done it something similar to the PS4, PS4 Pro, where the price range, like, yeah, okay, go higher. I understand, but keep it minimal, please. Like, especially for something as small as like, hey, everything in the background that you don't care about, that looks better now. Like, no, I'm sorry, but it's just so fucking unnecessary. Like, I'm just so annoyed. I really am, and I really hope that stuff goes down, but I doubt it. I really do. Cause, hold on, I didn't want to bash the 30th anniversary because it looks cool. It does look like a PS1 and everything, but it just bothers me so much how like for this they're giving you the cover for the disc drive, but they're not giving you the disc drive. Like that's still completely separate, and it's just like a matter of like what. But that's completely personal. That really is. At the end of the day, you get a cover and you get the vertical stand. So, you know, at the end of the day, you're immediately getting more than the PS5 Pro normal. Immediately. And for the same price. So, I mean, I guess that's good. So, at the end of the day, it's your money. You do whatever. And I really fucking hate this.